Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you a handy Photoshop plugin that helps you batch rename layers quick and easy. It's simple to use, but packed with powerful options. Let's jump in and see how it works. After installing it, you'll find it under Plugins, Rename Ninja. Let's go through the plugin UI real quick. The plugin panel is divided into three sections: Behavior, Rename, and Find and Replace. Let's leave the Behavior section for now and quickly show you the Rename and the Find and Replace sections. In the Rename section, you've got the text field, and below you can choose how to use your input. You can use it as a name, as a prefix, or as a suffix. Below that is the Enumerate checkbox. When checked, it adds sequential numbering to your layers. Below that, there are the Apply button, and right next to it is the Revert button. The Revert button stores your layer names exactly as they were before you hit Apply. That's why it becomes active only after you perform a batch action. Once you use it, the button turns inactive again until your next renaming. It's important to know that the Revert button is not the native revert function in Photoshop. It will not undo any other edits you've made to the layers. Just the layer names and the expanded states of layer groups, but more about that later. Let's build a name real quick to show you how it works. How about our plugin name? First, with the name option selected, let's type Ninja in the text field and rename all layers to Ninja. Then enter underscore and add it as a prefix. Then we type rename and add it again as a prefix. And finally, we enter underscore. Choose the suffix option, and we also check enumerate. Bam! We got our names. You can also use enumerate as a standalone action. Just leave the text field empty, check enumerate, and hit apply. Let me show you. First, let's revert to the previous name state. Cool. Now we have rename underscore ninja without the suffix or numbering. Now clear the text field, check enumerate, and hit apply. Done. Our layers are numbered again. Moving on to the Find and Replace section. Here we can search for a character or a word and do all kinds of stuff with it. We got two text fields, radio buttons with the options, and apply and revert buttons. The default option is replace, so let's try that first. Right now, all the words in my names are separated by underscores, except for the numbering, and this bugs me for real. So what can we do about it? Well, let's type ninja in the text field, and then replace it with ninja underscore. Hit apply, and voila! To show you all the other options in Find and Replace, let's build a new name. In Japanese, another term for ninja is shinobi no mono, so let's put that in there. With the Replace option still selected, let's replace ninja with no. Let's put ninja in the Find field and no in the Replace field. Hit apply, and we're done. Now let's try the Insert Before option. This inserts words or characters right before a keyword. So in our case, we search for the keyword no and insert shinobi underscore before it. Nice! Next, we'll keep the keyword no, but this time we'll choose Insert After and type underscore mono in the Replace field. And that's it. We got our new name. Moving on to the Delete options. The Delete option simply removes every instance of the keyword you type from your layer names. Delete After removes everything that comes after the keyword, also keeping the keyword in place. Delete Before removes everything that comes before the keyword, but keeps the keyword itself. Let's see this in action. For starters, let's delete the word no. So we enter no in the Find field. Choose the Delete option, click Apply. Done. You know what? Let's leave only Shinobi as a name. So we search for Shinobi, choose Delete All After, and hit Apply. Great. Now with Shinobi still in there, we choose Delete All Before. Hit Apply, and we are done. Now that we have covered the options, let me explain you the Behavior section. Here you can choose how your changes are going to be applied. The first two are pretty self-explanatory. If you choose Apply to Selected, changes are going to apply only to your currently selected layers. On the other hand, if you choose Apply to All, changes are going to apply to all layers, no matter if they are selected, visible, and so on. Moving to the next one, which is Ignore Adjustment Layers. When this option is enabled, the tool will skip all adjustment layers during the rename or find and replace process. Adjustment layers have pretty descriptive names, and more often than not, you want to keep it that way for visual clarity. If your workflow is different, then you have the option to rename them as well. Just leave it unchecked. Now to the next option, expand all groups. One of the nice things about this plugin is that it doesn't change your group's collapsed state like many other tools do. When you're working on a big document with lots of groups and nested groups, you usually want some of them collapsed to keep your layer panel neat and easy to navigate. When this option is unchecked, the plugin respects your current group states and leaves them exactly as they were. Let me show you this in action real quick. Here we have a document with lots of groups and nested groups. Some of them are collapsed, some others aren't. A pretty common case. First, I'm going to show you what happens if we rename with expand all groups checked. Let's check expand all groups. Let's rename to expand and hit apply. Here's our result. All layers are renamed and all groups are fully expanded, so we can clearly see everything inside. To show you the other option, let's first click the revert button to revert our last action. Next, we uncheck expand all groups, and let's put another name here. How about keep it neat? We click apply. And here we are. The plugin still does its job and renames everything, but it keeps all of our group states exactly as they were before. Nice and tidy. I think we've covered it all. I hope this walkthrough showed you just how flexible and easy to use ReName Ninja can be. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching and happy photoshopping.